Internet, good morning. Daybreak 748 coming back at you guys with yet again another Figma figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the newest addition to the Overwatch franchise, and it is none other than Reaper. Now, as you guys can clearly see, I have Reaper here out of the packaging, and my god, this figure is a freaking awesome looking figure. Now, as you guys know, if you've been watching my channel for some time now, you guys know I love me some Overwatch. And unfortunately, I just don't have the time to play the game. But whenever I do get a chance to watch other YouTubers slash streamers play the game, I love when they play this particular character because of his overall aesthetic. And just, I mean, who doesn't love a guy or a mercenary type of character with two badass Hellfire shotguns? I mean, that looks freaking ridiculous. But yeah, I really dig this character. So when I saw that Figma was going to be releasing this particular character in Figma form, I knew I had to get my hands on this one for sure. So first thing is first, like always, let's take a look at what comes from this particular package, and then we'll take a look at the actual character himself. So first, standard stuff, you get the Figma stand, but with the Figma stand you actually get this add-on piece so that you can have a bigger stand so that you can utilize the character in some more dynamic poses, because he has the ability to like warp, and I think it's called Wrath, if I'm not mistaken, where he turns into this mist type of form and can travel. And so that's pretty cool. The fact that Figma gave us this extension piece, that's kind of nice. Up next, we have the standard little peg for some more, I guess, dynamic poses. You get the standard Figma goodie bag, and you get the instruction manual. Now, for this particular character, he doesn't really have much going for him, so it's not going to be too crazy hard to understand, but still, it's nice to have this. Alright, so with that said, let's take a look at the other items. Now, you might be like, Daybreak, what about the standard rack of hands? Now, unfortunately, for this particular character, they did not include a rack of hands. Instead, they gave us the hands in a goodie bag. Now, I understand why they did so, because yeah, these hands are kind of large. So let's take a look and see what kind of hands you actually get. So you get a set of these posed hands. Now, something to keep in mind, do be very careful. These fingers are sharp as hell. If you are holding these like this and you're trying to push the peg in, you're gonna definitely hurt yourself for sure. And another area that you want to take a look out and watch out for is these two right here. I did not know that this was actually a thing, and when I was going and swapping out the hands, I literally dug my fingers right in. Now, unfortunately for me, it didn't go through, but you can kind of see the markings right here. So yeah, do be very careful. So how do these work? You literally just pull off this peg and then put the hand in the joint that's attached to the forearm. So you get two of these, very nicely sculpted and painted. You get these two right here, which actually come on the figure, but because I wanted my Reaper figure to have the double shotguns, I swapped them out already. So you get a set of closed-fisted hands, both right and left. You get these hands right here, which are gripping hands. Now, personally, I'm not really sure why they gave us these two. There's nothing that he can actually grip or hold like this, if I'm not mistaken. So that's kind of interesting. So, yep, but you get a pair of holding, like sword wielding hands or something, maybe a pole, I don't know, whatever. Alright, and then lastly, you get this thumbs up hand, which is also done very nicely. Alright, up next, you get these for his Hellfire shotguns. So bringing Reaper back in, if you want to display him with him blasting his Hellfire shotguns, you can just literally peg these in. I'm not gonna peg it all the way, but you guys can get the general gist. Now, something that you're gonna notice is if you're not utilizing the Figma stand, he's gonna have a hard time holding these up. I mean, yes, you can get him in certain poses without the aid of the stand, but he's just gonna topple over. At least my figure does. Now, another thing to keep in mind, these shotguns slash effect piece, they're pretty heavy. So this Figma's, I guess, joint is not strong enough. It can hold it like this, fine, but if you get him into certain like setups, you'll definitely see the hand kind of, or the arm kind of fall. So keep that in mind. So you get 2 of these firing effects, which are quite nice. I love the fact that it's a translucent red, and it goes from this translucent red to this black on the tips, and then the orange around the, I guess, the barrel of the gun. So that's quite nice. Alright, and then the last accessory that you get is this effect piece right here, and this is the warping ability. I'm assuming that's what it is, but yeah, I personally will probably never be using this ever. I like the fact that they gave us this, but honestly, yeah, I don't really know what to do with it. So that's that. Alright, so on to the actual figure. Reaper here looks absolutely gorgeous. He looks like he came straight out of the video game, and when it comes to figure form, he looks freaking fantastic. So let's take a look at the sculpt. The head sculpt looks perfect. The bullets right here, or the ammunition that he carries on his belt and his chest right here, done absolutely nicely. There are no paint smudges from what I can tell. There are these little markings here, but they're done on purpose to make it seem like he's been through like battle. His armor plates right here are scratched up. Even on his boots, you can see there's some damage markings here, and I kind of like that. That's actually pretty freaking cool. When it comes to the back side of Reaper, pretty simple. You have the Figma port right here, and then these pieces right here are very, very thick, hard pieces of plastic, so you're not going to get too much motion out of them. They are hinged, so you could get it like that, but other than that, these can definitely get in your way. But I mean, honestly, that's pretty good. I think it'll be fine. So there you have it. When it comes to articulation, the head can actually turn, but this hood piece is there. Now, something to note, you can actually take this hood piece off just like that. It's held on by these 3 pegs right here. So I'm going to keep this off to the side for now, just to showcase the head's articulation. Head can look all the way up without the hood, can look all the way down, can look left, right, you name it, it could do everything. Now if you look at the head sculpt, that looks freaking epic. But honestly, obviously, if you're gonna have a Reaper figure, you're definitely gonna want to have him with the hood, so there you go. When it comes to the arms can fully rotate. It does have a little bit of pull-out feature that allows you to get him into some more dynamic poses, so you can have his arm fully go across his chest, which is actually quite nice, because one of his most iconic poses is this right here. So you can pull out his arms and you can get him into that pose. Now I'm doing it pretty quickly so it doesn't look as great, but you guys get the general gist. When it comes to the arms, Figma joint right here, it looks kind of ugly, but it does do a very nice job. When it comes to the hands, full rotation, pivot, you name it, it has everything. When it comes to the upper diaphragm, he has all the articulation you want here. No ab crunch, but Figma is not known for ab crunches, so that's that. We've already talked about the jacket piece, so let's move on to the legs. Can go out that far, can kick. It is kind of hindered by these strap pieces right here, and then the Figma joint at the knees. Now this does look kind of ugly, but they have this piece that's movable, So you can kind of close that up and it looks a little better. So that's pretty nice. When it comes to the feet, can rotate and can go all the way up, all the way down, and it has a boot cut, which really doesn't, it has a little bit of art give, but because of this armor bit right here, you're not going to get him in some crazy poses. So there you go. Alright, so with that said, that is Reaper for you. He looks phenomenal. I am digging this figure a lot. That shotgun, like I said, the Hellfire shotgun looks gorgeous. The attention to detail is just all there. So definitely need to pick this one up, especially if you're a Reaper fan, or if you just like Overwatch, this is a must get. Now with that said, real quickly, let me just compare him with all the other Figma Overwatch characters we've gotten so far. So here we go. I'm just gonna bring them in and you guys can take a look. I mean, guys, personally, I think this is pretty freaking badass. I really hope that Good Smile / Figma is going to be pumping out some more. I mean, we've already gotten notice that they will be giving us, like, I think her name is Pharaoh. I think that's her name. Mercy and some other characters are supposed to be coming out. So that is a nice, awesome addition. I know Diva's coming out, I think, next, if I'm not mistaken. But there you have it. Looking absolutely gorgeous. This is a definite must get, like I said. So with that said, guys, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to stop by and watch this video. If you like what you saw, leave a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, leave in the comment section down below. And yeah, with that said, this is Daybreak 748, and I'm signing out. Peace out, guys.